Technique 45. Warm and strict. Hopefully this joke will keep you young at heart. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands. This technique allows me to express something that I hold true in my own philosophy. It's a challenge to succeed. If it were not, more people would be successful. Now, it seems like a very easy concept to understand, but most people think that a successful classroom comes easily. But really, having a successful classroom is easy, but it requires some work on your part. You're going to have to expend a little effort to change your classroom. But those little things, done regularly, will make a huge difference in your life. Yes, it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do it. It's easy to promise yourself you'll do it tomorrow, before the next class. It's easy to say, "Oh, I'll get to it later." But remember, neglect starts as an infection with little things like this, and it becomes a disease. So don't fall into that trap. Sit down now, while this material is fresh in your mind, and you're still absorbing all the things you hear. Don't put it off. Having the right attitude is one of the basics that success requires. The combination of a sound personal philosophy and a positive attitude about ourselves and our classroom gives us an inner strength and a firm resolve that influences all the other areas of our school existence. This technique teaches us that the finest teachers offer up the work with generous servings of energy, passion, enthusiasm, fun, and humor. And not necessarily as the antidote to hard work, but because those are some of the primary ways that hard work gets done. When dealing with students, remember, you're not dealing with creatures of logic, but creatures of emotion. And students rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Technique 46, the J factor, explains why joy is a key driver, not just of a happy classroom, but a high-achieving classroom. So what does the joy factor look like? The joy can take a surprisingly wide array of forms, given the diversity of the teachers who employ it, and the diversity of moments in which they use it. Joy exists for students in all forms it exists for adults, loud or quiet, individual, small group, or large group oriented. The common theme is for teachers to find a way to let their own genuine version of joy shine through. For some, quiet passion is the most common form. For some, it's humor. For others, high energy antics. Including joy in the work of learning is part of a high-achieving classroom. This can include anything from games to making students feel like they belong, drama, humor, suspense, and surprise. They're all important categories to the J factor technique. Category 1 is fun and games, and this is exactly what it sounds like. These activities draw on kids' love for challenges, competition, and play. Category 2 is us and them. This is all about establishing a classroom identity. Because kids, like everybody else, take pleasure in belonging to things. One of the key functions of culture, those in the classroom and more broadly, is to make members feel they belong to an important us, a vibrant and recognizable entity that only some people get to be part of. Now we do this through unique language, names, rituals, traditions, songs, and the like. This classroom culture establishes an usness that separates your classroom from all of the rest. Category 3 is drama, song, and dance. Music, dramatic play, and movement raise spirits and also establish a collective identity. This is why they exist within every identifiable ethnic or national culture on earth. The spirit lifting is all the more potent among the youthful, especially those who are chair-bound. Acting things out and singing about them can be an exceptional way to remember information. Category 4 is humor. Now, laughter is one of the base conditions of happiness and fulfillment, which makes it a powerful tool to building an environment of happy and fulfilled students. But more importantly, happy and fulfilled teachers.
Category 5 is suspense and surprise. Now, these are the alternatives to our regular routines. Now, routines are powerful drivers of efficiency and predictability. They also make occasional variations all the more fun, silly, surprising, and inspiring. If harnessed judiciously, the unexpected can be powerful. The two together make the classroom an adventure, no matter what the content. And one of the great joys of my teaching experience is when I get to enjoy being with my students, when I get my passion reignited. For me, students bring back the joy of my childhood and remind me what it is to be innocent, what it is to be young.
Every life form seems to strive to its maximum, except human beings. How tall will a tree grow? As tall as it possibly can. Human beings, on the other hand, have been given the dignity of choice. You can choose to be all, or you can choose to be less. Why not stretch up to the full measure of the challenge and see what you can do? Challenge your students to grow as tall as they can.